everyone, welcome to my channel Crochet for Baby. Happy New Year to everyone. In today's tutorial I will show you how to do this little hat. It's for a child between 1 and 2 years old, but my son just turned 3 and it also fits him. So and I think it's because of the stitch. It's very stretchy, so it might also fit a 3-year-old. So let me show you how it's done. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is our chain. I have 33 chains here and I have left about 12 inches of string at the end here, because this is what we're going to use to close the top of our hat. Okay, so I have 33 chains and I'm using a 5mm crochet hook. I'm also using this type of yarn here. There it is. It's a number 4 medium size yarn. So let's get started. So the first thing is, here on the second chain from the hook, we're going to work a half double crochet slip stitch, and to do that I'm going to do a yarn over, and on the second chain here I'm going to insert my hook, pull up a loop, and this loop that I just pulled, I'm going to pass it through these two and close. And that's how you do a half double crochet slip stitch. Again, I'm going to do a yarn over, insert my hook in the next chain, pull up a loop, and pass it through these two loops and close. And that's how you do the half double crochet slip stitch. In total, I'm going to do 26 half double crochet slip stitches. So I have 1, 2, 3, 25, and 26 half double crochet slip stitch. Okay, and now on these last 6, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to do just normal slip stitch. So 1, you just insert your hook and pull up a loop and close. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, and that's how you complete this first row. Now for the second row, this here where we have this piece of string here, this is always going to be the top. So when you're here at the top, you always end your rows with 6 slip stitches, and you always begin your next row with 6 slip stitches. So for the second row, I'm going to chain 1, turn, and I'm going to do 6 slip stitches, and I'm only grabbing the back loop of each of these stitches. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 slip stitches. Okay, and now for the rest of this row, I'm going to do 20 half double crochet slip stitches. So, and again, the back loop of each of these stitches, 1, 2, 3, 19, 20 half double crochet slip stitches. And now on these last 6 I'm going to do slip stitches. Okay, but on this last 6 I'm not going to do it here where I insert my hook on the last loop or on the back loop of the stitch. I'm actually going to go into both, or into the stitch, and grab both loops right there. Okay, so I'm gonna do a slip stitch. There's one, next one, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, by doing these last 6 slip stitches this way, it creates our band, or our brim here, that looks like this, and I think it looks very nice and pretty. Makes it look almost like it's been knitted. Okay, so make sure you do it that way. Okay, so now this is how you complete the second row. For the third row, I'm going to chain 1, turn, and now I'm going to turn it a little where I can actually see the stitch here, the 2 loops of each of these stitches. So I'm going to now do 26 half double crochet slip stitches, starting here and inserting my hook on the back loop. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 25, 26 half double crochet slip stitches, and on these last 6 I'm going to do a slip stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, and that's how you complete your third row. You're always going to alternate between the second and the third row. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the fourth row, which is the same as the second row. Okay, so chain 1, turn, and slip stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 slip stitches. And now for the rest, I'm going to do 20 half double crochet slip stitches. Yarn over, insert my hook on the back loop, and close. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 19, 20 half double crochet slip stitches. And now on these last 6, remember, we're going to do slip stitches, but we're going to insert our hook into the stitch to do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 slip stitches. Okay, and that's how you complete this fourth row, which was the same as your second row. So now I'm going to do the fifth row, which is the same as the third row. So again, chain 1, turn. In total, I'm going to do 26 half double crochet slip stitches. Starting here, remember the back loop or of this stitch, insert your hook and pull up a loop and close. There's 1, 2, 3, 25, and 26 half double crochet slip stitches. Okay, and now for these last 6, I'm going to do a slip stitch. Insert my hook on the back loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, and that's how you complete this fifth row, which was the same as our third row. Okay, so now I'm going to chain 1, turn, and on the sixth row I'm going to repeat again the second row, okay, which was 6 slip stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and now I'm going to work 20 half double crochet slip stitches. 1 and 2. Okay, so just continue working this round like we did on the second row. You're going to alternate between the second and the third row and continue until you have something that looks like this. Mine measures 42 centimeters or about 16.5 inches, and from here to here it measures 7 inches or about 18 centimeters. So on the next step I will show you how we're going to close our hat and show you what it looks like once it's done. Okay, so now that I have done this part, this is what it looks like. Here, this is our right side, and again it measures 16.5 inches or approximately 42 centimeters long. Okay, so now we're going to join both ends, and starting here at the bottom where I finished my last row, I'm going to, let's see, turn it here this way, and I'm going to insert my hook here on this first stitch where we did our base chain and introduce this loop that I have here through there and make a chain 1. And now I'm going to turn, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert it back again into that same space, that first one right here, and then I'm going to insert it back again into that same one and do a slip stitch just like this. And then I'm going to grab the back loop of this next stitch. I'm going to insert my hook through there and then through the next stitch here and pull a loop and do a slip stitch. That's how we're going to close this, just by doing slip stitches. Okay, and make sure you do the back loop of this on this side, okay, just like this. Okay, and here to finish, I already cut my yarn here, and I'm just going to pass it through that one stitch, and that's how you complete this Sparty. And this is what it looks like. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to close the top, and to do that, if you remember, this is the piece of yarn that we left, or string, and I'm just going to pass it through this plastic needle, and beginning here on the top, I'm going to do every other stitch. I'm just going to insert it. This is the chain, the turning chain that we did every time we finished the row. So that's where I'm going to pass this needle through each one of these stitches, every other one. Okay, so now I'm just going to pull. This is my right side, so I'm just going to turn it. And I'm just going to pull so that it closes. Okay, just like that. And now with this one here, I'm just going to tie a nice knot so that it doesn't come undone. And I'm just going to weave my ends around, and this is what it looks like. Turn it around, and here's our hat. Okay, and that's what it looks like. Okay, so I'm going to come back and I'm going to do a pom-pom, and I'm going to show you what it looks like once that that is on. Okay, so here's my finished hat, and this is what it looks like with a pom-pom on. I hope you liked this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.